No, you better give me that goddamn lazy line. Tell the seller I'll pay top fucking dollar for it. Oh hey guys, as you can probably tell, I've become a rich entrepreneur. No, I don't own a business, I buy NFTs. I was critical of them at first, but as soon as someone showed me how much the Charlie Put My Finger NFT went for, I knew I had to get in on the action. I had to take out a couple of loans and mortgages to be able to afford them, but it'll all be worth it as long as I have my PNGs of apes. Are they selling? Oh, he hacked my account and stole my apes? No. No. My apes. No!
Hello everybody, welcome to a brand new episode of Twitter Defense Force. This is the first episode of 2022 and we are in for quite the ride. If you're new here, this show is all about showcasing the worst that Twitter has to offer. And today, we're talking solely about the wonderfully cringy world of crypto and NFTs. But with all that, let's get right into the video. So previously, I've made a Twitter Defense Force video talking about NFTs and how ridiculous I found them back in October. And since then, not to take any credit for, but I was the OG, NFTs have been at the forefront of both hate and praise on Twitter. Now the reason why I say both hate and praise is because crypto bros have been multiplying at a rate faster than Genghis Khan's seed was being spread during his time, and people hating on crypto and NFTs have been multiplying as well. Now sometimes I would think, let's just let people enjoy things and let them waste their money on whatever they want, but from what I've seen and learned about NFTs over the past couple months, they now hold a special place in my heart. The part that's filled with hate. NFTs are not only a dumb thing for you to waste your money on, they also set a concerning precedent that could become a real big problem in the future. I'll get to that last part later, but first, let's focus on the dumb shit. If you don't know what they are, NFTs, or non-fungible tokens, are basically a digital receipt for you to prove ownership of something digital. But it doesn't really mean anything aside from that because you can't stop people from duplicating it and you can't copyright it. And when you think of NFTs, if you've seen any, you're probably thinking of the images of the cartoon monkeys. Some of them have unique aspects about them, like a certain piece of clothing or facial expression, but most of them all look exactly the same with minor differences. These are part of the Bored Ape Yacht Club collection, which, if there's one thing that all of them have in common, is that they all look like ass. But those are far from the worst offenders about how bad these NFTs can get. And the funniest thing is when people advertising or pushing for these NFTs hype them up like they're some gift from God, and then they end up looking like something a 3-year-old could draw. Take Gary Vaynerchuk for example. Series 2 at VFriends is gonna be fucking flames. Fucking flames. See y'all in Q1 2022. Damn dude, this Series 2 must be some high quality shit. Let's see what's in store. A troll with an oversized nose, a stick man with a heart as a head, and an ant giving you a thumbs up. Give me the whole goddamn stock. Now one thing that the NFT crowd loves to do is claim that NFTs have revolutionized art and that it's changed the lives of so many artists. Discord naysayers can hate crypto, but speak to artists who do what they love thanks to NFTs, and you change from "how is this broken" to "how do we make it work?" When in reality, it's mostly done the opposite, or changed their lives for the worse. Hi, Artist here. Commissioning an artist directly does so much more good than what NFTs claim to do. I would rather beg for likes than consume actual valuable energy trying to scam someone. Most NFT minters are just art thieves anyway. Artist here, fuck NFTs. Just buy the fucking art, not the digital receipt to the art. You don't actually own the art with an NFT. What the fuck? Why is this even a comparison? Just buy the fucking art. Commission a real life painting. God, I hate crypto bros. See, that's the thing. Most of the people in the NFT space aren't high class art critics that care about buying cool art. People selling the NFTs are just people looking to make a lot of money very easily, and the people buying them are just gullible people that see it as an investment. And not only am I now a hashtag right-click victim, but even my wife is against me. She left to live with her parents and she has been talking about custody of her 2 children. I can't believe this. The love of my life may actually be thinking about divorcing me because she cannot understand the business of the future. I tried to explain it to her. It's not just an image, it's an investment. I buy it for $186K, someone else buys it from me for $500K. Listen man, if your wife does leave you, don't worry about it. You can now get yourself a girlfriend NFT. Or as this person puts it, a non-fuckable token. You really think that these people care about artistic integrity? No, they do not. All these people care about is scamming people into buying something that they think is going to be the future of online trading, when in reality it's just a bubble that will eventually die down, at least in its current form. And if these people aren't just blatantly stealing art, they're creating the laziest, most easily photoshoppable art ever that more often than not is connected to some controversial thing in order to get attention. One common practice is to make NFTs of famous dead people, and believe me, it gets a lot worse than what you're probably thinking. We've got George Floyd NFTs, featuring George Floyd as an Among Us character, as Big Chungus, and as a pickle. That's not offensive enough for you? Well, don't you worry, because we've got Hitler NFTs. And if you want something more modern, gay Hitlers are in stock as well. And perhaps you will be interested in buying a Jeffrey Epstein NFT. Now you too can own a cartoon image of one of the worst sexual offenders in modern history. That's not weird enough for you? Well, how about an NFT of Jacksepticeye's dead father? What the fuck? Or maybe you want an NFT of Cartoon Etika. Now you too can completely disrespect the legacy of a YouTuber that took his own life. There's an NFT suitable for every kind of scumbag. You really think that this should be the future of art in the digital age? Because I think it's the latest cancer of the internet. But hey, aside from trading images, what else can NFTs do? Well, let's take a look. One thing that NFT bros love to do is to speculate about what NFTs can be used for in the future. They swear on their lives that NFTs can and will have practical uses in this digital age that we find ourselves in. The concept of NFTs basically revolves around the idea that they provide digital scarcity. That once you buy an NFT, you now have ownership of the original copy of it. It can be images, but it can also be other things. Now, I'm not totally opposed to the idea of digital scarcity, I just don't really think that it can really be a thing. Sure, once you buy an image of a monkey or a lazy lion as an NFT, supposedly you now own the original copy. But as many NFT bros get mad at, these are extremely easily copied. As I demonstrated in my last episode about NFTs, you can just right-click and hit Save Image As, and now you have the NFT. Does it matter that it's not the original? Not really. I can do the same exact things that the person that bought it can, aside from the supposed uses that the NFT bros claim to exist. So let's look at some of them, shall we? One of the main things brought up by the NFT bros is the supposed uses within gaming. So here's something people aren't explaining. NFTs don't have to be JPEGs. Imagine taking your favorite skin from Valorant and using it in Fortnite and not paying extra because you own it. Then using it in Call of Duty, Minecraft, even Twitter, Instagram. So many possibilities, no? If you don't know who this is Mike Shinoda, one of the members of the famous rock band Linkin Park. Now, I actually do like this guy and Linkin Park, so I'm not gonna shit on him too much, but this is a pretty stupid take, honestly. The thing he is describing is something that is extremely improbable and probably never going to happen. What he is describing is something that would mean that every developer of every popular game would have to take the time to develop, animate, and program the ability to use something in their game that was bought outside of their game that they didn't get paid for and make it work in both their game and others. That would take an immense amount of collaboration, time, and effort for something, again, that they didn't get paid for. Okay, so the images are stupid, but what about something else? What about voice NFTs? Imagine being the only gamer who owns the one voice of a particular video game character that exists in the internet. You can now talk and create content in that voice. Talking in another person's voice over voice chat either on the internet or in a video game. You mean a voice changer? Something that has existed for free for a long-ass time now? Hell, if you want to change your voice for a video or something, just use one of the million audio editing softwares out there. You don't need to spend thousands of dollars on a unique voice. Which, ironically, voices from this specific NFT collection were stolen, so they're not unique at all. Color me shocked. Alright, so moving away from gaming, what else is there? How about books? Literature NFTs will change the world. That's a PDF. You're describing a PDF. I feel like literature and the metaverse are going to go hand in hand. I imagine writers collaborating with artists for immersive experiences we've never thought of before. Exciting stuff. This is a movie. I'm so here for that. Not only literature as we know it, but merged with visual mediums into multi-layered programmable and composable experiences which can adapt and change over time. It's going to be so lit. A website. You're thinking of a website. I mean, I'm honestly surprised that NFT bros think that books can be NFTs because these people are so stupid, I'm shocked they can even read. You see what I'm getting at? Every use that these crypto bros try to come up with for NFTs is something that either already exists and doesn't need to be made more complicated, or something that is wildly impractical that we wouldn't use. There may be good and practical uses for blockchain technology in the future or now, but the vast majority of them right now seem entirely pointless. This guy puts it perfectly. Every NFT guy looks at video games and thinks, what if you could own Mario's hat? And everyone else goes, are you fucking stupid and high? Mamma mia. So, it begs the question, how did these things get so big? Well, to understand that, we have to look at the people within this community. NFTs are part of the crypto space, as buying and selling them is usually done through the cryptocurrency known as Ethereum. Being one of the more successful cryptocurrencies, it's easy to predict that the main point of selling NFTs is to just put more money into the pockets of the people that heavily invest into the currencies. NFTs have also been used to launder money, as there's no way to prove that whatever value an NFT was bought at isn't what it's actually worth, even though everybody with common sense can see that all of them definitely are not. And one easy way to drive up the price of NFTs is for the maker of it to buy it themselves. They just make a separate crypto wallet, which usually doesn't require a lot of proof that it's you or not a duplicate, and then they buy one of their NFTs, they lose no money because it's their own, and then the rest of their collection goes up based on that value. Easy peasy lemon squeezy, you now have yourself the perfect digital scam. So why are people falling for it? Well, because they're fucking idiots, obviously. People will always follow the money, and due to FOMO, the fear of missing out, people will jump at any chance to make it. I feel like Bitcoin is mainly responsible for this. People were mad about missing out on the early days of Bitcoin, and ever since then, it's been a frenzy to try to find the next big thing. So most people will see one of these images and think that they look hideous and awful, but then some will see the price tag of them and immediately think that they're the best shit ever with their rose-colored glasses. Don't worry, these ones are blue. I'm protected. So when they buy one and it loses value, or they're made fun of relentlessly, the copium starts coming in hard. Trigger warning, swears, caps. NFT phobia is one of the single biggest problems on this website without a fucking doubt. The unchecked amount of hate, threats, and harassment that we POC, people of crypto, have to face on an everyday basis is crushing. Join me in trying to #stop NFT phobia. Any joke I make about this guy is just going to pale in comparison to the joke of the human he already is. A part of it is also people wanting to be a part of a community. Much like pieces of jewelry or designer clothes, NFTs showcase a certain social status that the other poorer people don't have. This is also why people don't understand NFTs. It's no different than not understanding why people spend $400,000 on a Lamborghini. To most, that seems absurd, but to the Lamborghini owner, it's a way to show off their status and hang out in a like-minded community. Now, I understand this guy's point, but I think the comparison between an NFT and a Lamborghini is pretty far-fetched. You see, a Lamborghini is something that actually exists and has practical uses, such as, driving. An NFT is imaginary fairy dust that is being presented as the future of online trading when it's really just one big scam. Lambos are not a scam, unless someone's trying to sell you a fake one or something. People don't just buy it to be a part of a like-minded community, they also buy it because they're rich enough to buy something that is very cool and very fun to drive. Well, that's not just to be a part of the Lamborghini subreddit and not be a poser. It's a real, physical thing that has uses. An NFT isn't. But don't worry guys, you don't have to be some rich, white entrepreneur type guy to be able to be a part of the NFT community. It spreads far and wide and is apparently very diverse. Just take it from this person. If you think crypto is just a bunch of rich white dudes making money, then not only are you wrong, but you're also actively erasing a lot of people of color, women, and LGBTQ folks, so maybe don't do that. I mean, if there's one thing that this person is right about in their statement, it's that scams and stupidity don't discriminate. Just because a lot of people are making fun of a bunch of rich white dudes wasting their money, which is the vast majority of the NFT community, doesn't mean that we're erasing any other people that may be in it. If you're stupid, you're stupid. Doesn't matter what you are. So why do I care so much? Why are NFTs such a bad thing aside from wasting people's money? If you don't know, cryptocurrencies are pretty bad for the environment. Most NFTs and cryptocurrencies are bad for the environment because they take a lot of energy to be able to perform transactions. And Ethereum, the main cryptocurrency being used to trade NFTs, is one of the worst offenders of this. There's also the issue of crypto mining, which is where people use their computer hardware to solve complicated math problems that will in turn create copies of Bitcoin and Ethereum, etc. And that uses a fuck ton of energy as well. Now, I've seen the argument being thrown around of, oh, mining has nothing to do with NFTs. Buying an NFT is the equivalent to riding the bus or a plane. You're responsible for a small portion of those emissions, yes, but it's not a big deal. This argument pisses me off so much. I'm not responsible because everybody's doing it. Fuck right off, yes you are. At least with driving or flying, it's a mode of transportation. With flying specifically, there are parts of the world that we couldn't reach without it. But creating a large carbon footprint by buying an image of an Among Us character with a penis, you can control that, can't you? That's a choice, and that's much less useful than driving a car. And because of crypto and NFTs, a lot of the work that has been put in to make certain industries more environmentally friendly is being undone. Some statistics to start the year. During 2021, Bitcoin consumed 134 terawatts per hour in total, which is comparable to the electrical energy consumed by a country like Argentina. Related CO2 emissions were 64 MT, enough to negate the entire global net savings from deploying electric vehicles. In terms of Ethereum, it was close behind Bitcoin, using about 105 terawatts per hour. I don't want to get too Greenpeace with this, but so many people are getting into NFTs and crypto, and it's doing so much damage on people's bank accounts and the environment, and so many people just don't give a shit about the impact of it all, or just deny responsibility altogether. And for what? To buy an image of a cartoon monkey? Really? And big companies are getting into it too. McDonald's has NFTs. Ubisoft is gonna put NFTs in their games. Hell, Marvel has NFTs. They literally use Stan Lee's account. Dead Stan Lee advertised NFTs. It's both sad and ironic how something so stupid can have such a devastating impact on the planet, all for the purpose of making the rich richer. But I guess that's just how the world works. Anyways, let's not end on a sad note. Let's laugh at this guy that sold his Lamborghini for an NFT. Fucking idiot. Well, that'll do it for today's edition of Twitter Defense Force. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe and hit the bell if you want notifications for more content. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye! Alright, time to build my crypto empire.